back to the show, The Human Experience, and we're back with another enticing and exciting episode that you wouldn't want to miss. Of course, you all know me to be your host, B, and I'm here with a guest that I want you to guess. Did you get that? A guest that I want you to guess. Okay, so the man with us today is the man with the voice. His voice sounds like chocolate. Somehow, I wouldn't mind if I have his voice as my ringtone. This man has so many attributes, to his personality. He is a man with passion, a man with fun, a man with determination. If he says, I'm going for it, then he's definitely going for it. He is the latest Guinness World Record breaker. Did you hear me? Latest Guinness World Record breaker. He is a legend. Please permit me to call him a legend. And he is a radio presenter. Please join me. Let's welcome Mighty George on our show today. Hello, Mighty George.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Great to be here in the experience.
I'm honored to have you too on my podcast. So, how do you feel?
All these accolades that you're giving myself.
But before we start,
are you serious about having my voice?
Exactly. I wanted to ask you that.
Okay.
Do you mind?
But you pay.
Oh, I forgot to add. He likes money. You didn't know that he's like.
You pay now, so that we'll just commercialize it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. We'll discuss the price after now.
Oh, yeah.
So, how do you feel, sitting here today and also being on a podcast with The Experience?
Yeah, I'm finally here. That's what I can say.
So, yeah, you are. So, what air do you breathe? What food do you eat that you have this voice of yours? Because if people listen to you, they're like, this guy's voice is magic. So, did you just were you born with it, or you just had some, way of getting it? What's the secret behind the voice?
Well, every time I keep reminded that I have a good voice, like radio voice, I thank God, because I don't think I remember when I was young. I don't think I remember having this sort of voice, or that I was born with it. But at some point, I think I started being told that I have a good voice on phone.
Okay.
It was my girlfriend that I was saying, I just want to hear your voice.
Oh my God!
It's something it does. And this was like over 2 decades ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I have a voice, but I have this nice voice. Let me see what I can do. And so over time, it's just like it's practice makes perfect, and if you're constantly on, I've been talking for about 20 years.
Yeah, that's right.
So the voice has deepened and toned and all of that. And I give God all the glory, because that's my CV. I keep thinking that without this voice I wouldn't have a radio career. And I think that may be true, but who knows? I have the voice and I thank God for it. So it's there now. I don't use any enhancer. It's just a part of me.
Okay.
I breathe the same air.
Okay.
I eat the same food.
Okay.
But I just do things that will be harmless to my voice.
Oh, okay.
So we can still put food on my table.
Okay, that's good. So before we talk about the man of the moment that everyone is talking about, Mighty George, the Guinness World Breaker, the this, the that, before we go into that, not be Nigeria breaker now, world, so before we talk about that, let's go back to memories. Let's talk about how the whole media, stuff started. When did you realize that, you can actually do this and you wanted to go into the media space?
Well, I've told the story a number of times these days. I keep saying 20 years ago. I was a young man. Interesting, I was still in school at that time when I found radio. Walked in there in 2005 and just wanted to be a DJ. And when I got there, the DJ slot that was over. They said I came late. And then the guy calls me back the next day and says, well, we have one opening for a reporter. You know, so I had to come by the school to be a reporter. Yeah, so a reporter, my job was to go to an event, cover it, and drop the stories and go on my way. And yeah, so I wasn't talking when I started. I just used to go and drop my stories and be on my way. Until some guy who was doing sports was going on leave, and they were looking for someone who was going to replace him, like standing for him. He was going to get married.
Okay.
So he, like 2-3 weeks, I think. So as they were searching, you know, they brought some newspaper guys. This one said we'll do it. Until, you know, I said, okay, so they chose a guy. There was a guy who came from a newspaper. Said he was just feeling. And then I now told the GM one time that I can actually do this. I want to try. Because I love sports, so let me try this. I said, okay, pair with that guy. So, paired with him. And I went on radio. It wasn't totally awful, but I think it was a bit awful.
Why?
No, I mean, it was my first time.
Okay.
I felt it was awful, but I came outside and the GM was like, wow.
Yeah.
In fact, from tomorrow, you be the main anchor. Let the guy be the analyst. It's
That's serious.
And you don't give an Ibionoma that kind of chance. Give me that chance, man. That was it.
You capitalized.
There was no going back. Even when the guy who on the show came back from leave, I still had to be the main anchor.
That's serious.
So, but at the point I was saying, okay, you can switch.
Okay.
You know, but anytime we switch, my GM would say, why didn't you handle it today? I said, no, but so we're switching. Yeah, I enjoy it when you're doing it. And then that was it. I was talking sports until I got snapped up from there. While I was on air, another organization, Radio Nigeria, actually were following me and all of that. There's this new guy who's talking sports, man. The guy talks so well. Yeah, I think the sports presenters were back then known as people who really don't know how to talk smooth.
Okay.
As long as you know sports, just go and talk, even though your accent is bad.
Yeah.
There are people who still make a living from just talking sports because they know sport, but not really good delivery.
Okay.
So, yes, I could do sports analysis, but I was more into sports presentation. You know, giving flows, giving rhymes, using music to present. And yeah, so I got snapped up by Radio Nigeria, and the rest is history. I don't think I've looked for a job since then. You know, so I've always been poached from here, poached there, poached there, poached.
Okay,
it's
so
good. It's a lot doing. Yeah?
So you started from Lagos, right?
No, actually, Abuja.
Abuja. So why did you come back to Abuja?
Is it not my state? Is it wrong for me to go?
No, it's not be like saying it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing actually. Like I'm just like asking, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's a long haul. You know, from Abuja to Lagos. Lagos, where let's say I blew.
Oh.
You know, I was in Lagos you know, when I was with Brilla FM back then, and it was the only sports station. So once you walk at Brilla, you're really popular because that's the only sports station in Nigeria. And I rose to be a manager there. So that's where I really, really got my fame and popularity, and that's where I learned most of the presentation skills that I know. You know, so I dedicated myself to radio, to knowing this thing. You know, some people were like, the job not they bring money. But I still tell them, I mean, in 2013 in Brilla FM, I was earning like 250. And this is about 12 years ago. So Brilla were well paid, and everybody wanted to work on Brilla FM.
You go cut one of them.
I was one of the managers. I was head of program.
You go cut one of the managers.
don't finish. That money don't finish. We're looking for new money. So from Lagos and then doing everything, I get the call from someone down there in Lagos kept telling me about coming to you and there's a new station. So, and they were really determined to get people from outside you.
Oh.
And me being from there was a good fit. I've heard about Comfort FM even 6 months, 8 months before I got my there. So 8 months before they started, they were already talking to people and talking to me, and until we got to a particular compromise.
Okay.
And then leaving Lagos was sort of it was like, but I was used to it because I had left Abuja to Lagos before. I had left somewhere where I was very, very in Abuja. I was very popular as well.
Okay.
I had left Abuja going to Lagos, so leaving Lagos to
it
was nothing. I was part of the soldier group. So I came to you and I sort of liked the place, and it got me closer to my people. And my people to ensure that I don't go give me chieftaincy title.
So for which side is that?
I am the Utenubi of Ibionigbo, the son of Ibionigbo, SUN. So,
are you serious? You did not tell me this one.
It's fashion.
Oh, my bad. You didn't tell me this.
Chief. Not a village chief. I'm in the traditional council of Ibionigbo.
Oh, wow. That's serious. That's why your people love you. They don't know this.
So give me money.
Nah, the problem, you like the money that you like is too much.
It's not that
it's
one.
It's too much because if I think that give me, you not want to give me. You said that one has finished.
We have to make money. Anybody who see me dash me money.
I beg you.
Now they enjoy my voice, so no, dash me money.
Okay, let's talk about the challenges that you faced in the media, because in every beautiful space there will always be something behind. So what are the challenges you faced here in the media, and how were you able to overcome those challenges?
Media space, I think that you get these challenges almost every profession.
Okay.
But sometimes you feel it's not paying enough. Sometimes you also have what the employers demand of you. You have to walk around the clock.
That's true.
I tell myself, when I criticize employers in the past, I was telling myself, now I can say I'm an employer of labor too, because I have a sports blog, a website that I operate, where I pay people. In fact, sometimes we're not making money, but you have to pay. So sometimes I'm seeing employer-employee relationship from a different perspective. But then I used to these people won't kill me. We have to drop 5 stories every day. So in Brother FM, we were presenters, we were producers, and we were reporters.
That's
so when I present my show in the morning, I go out in the afternoon, go and get stories, at least 5 stories that will be used, because it was an all sports station 24 hours. So everybody have to bring in stories that will sustain the whole day.
Okay.
So every day you have to go out, you have your beats, you have the area that you were designated to go to. You had to get the stories first before anybody. It's sort of what CNN and channels and Arise mandate their reporters to do. You must first break on this station.
Yes.
It's not like what we see, no disrespect to media houses outside of Lagos or something like that. But you have to try to be the first to let people know what's going on. So it means that you have to put pressure on your employers and your staff that don't let them hear this breaking news on another station. So it's a competitive market, so there's a lot, that is demanded of you, and having to play all those roles at that time was quite discouraging. It's like, how much are they even paying? But at the end of the day, I think it's paid off. What other challenges? I think that co-worker issues. See, it might be different in other fields, but if you work in a radio station where you are not the only voice, there are about 10 voices, there is always a silent competition.
Yeah.
Sometimes even open competition. But we're always reminded of the fact that your enemies are not inside, they're outside. You guys join forces and then let them say, oh, Comfort FM, Umbrella FM presenters are better than this one. It's always a thing because if you don't strive to get popularity, they won't listen to you, and if they don't listen to you, adverts will not come. If adverts don't come, you won't get paid. So there's this competition. So you have someone who comes in, maybe I do my show. It was even rampant back then in other places. It's not like it's in Comfort FM. You finish your show, the next person coming is coming to say, oh, forget whatever you heard before. This is the real deal. So like, and you're like,
that's
what?
Serious.
I'm telling you, that's how it is. That's how it is.
That's
the radio station, everybody's trying to be the star. Everybody wants to be the big name.
That's true.
At some point when you're so big, you have to leave, go to other places. Sometimes when you don't have competition, you just say, okay, let's look for somewhere bigger. But so there's always that silent competition between OAPs that you just have to. And fortunately, I've been a manager for many years, from Umbrella FM to Comfort FM. Came in as a manager. I've known how to manage fellow OAPs. I always say that, look, people shouldn't listen to me. After they listen to me, they say they're not listening to anything else. You guys need to step up. I'm also not that kind of OAP that wants to talk and outshine the other. Because at the end of the day, if you say you're El Shaddai, you shall die. You don't have the power to be El Shaddai, you don't die. So you abrogate the work, get people talking as well. It's better to be a team than to be an island.
Yeah, that's true.
I know, of course, the world record, for instance, was team effort. People were just hearing my voice. It was a team that did it. There's no way I would have switched on the camera myself. There's no way I would have checked my DP myself. There's no way I would have been making my own special food myself. So that's it.
Alright. So where do you get your strength from, the first? Because even as been manager for like how many years, and then your voice have been heard, but you still strive, for the world to like finally hear of Mighty George. What's that thing in you that keeps telling you have not done enough for yourself? Well, we go do more.
Yeah, going hungry.
That's serious.
You have to keep working. It's like asking Davido, why does he keep releasing all these bangers and all this? Even if he didn't drop a new album, people will still see him as the most loved Nigerian celebrity. Why are you still spending millions to do videos? So I think that's basically it. You need to reinvent yourself. You need to reinvent myself. And jokes aside, the fear of failure, really, fear of poverty. Like I said, if you don't reinvent yourself, I don't know. People just remember, okay, yeah, he has a nice voice, but you have to use it to do something. Keep doing something so that they will keep remembering. So that's it. There's just a lot to do. I'm not retiring anytime soon, so I'm just still giving it. Some of my friends at that time when I left Lagos, they say, thank God George has left Lagos for us, because when they try, our program was, very tough. I think if you listen to my program on radio in Lagos, so until the program finishes, you won't get out of the car.
That's serious.
Yeah,
that's how good they were. That's how good you are.
Yeah, it was, and then I was younger, so I was like, very, very hot.
Yeah.
Now I'm giving boss vibes. I'm giving you guys, those days when I used to present, it was like massive. Oh, it's another wonderful time to talk sports radio on Sports Radio 88.9 Umbrella FM. Let's go straight to England.
On, man.
So imagine someone presenting like that in the morning at 7 a.m. That's why I got the nickname Water Rush. But now I'm taking it very calm because I'm into building. I'm into, of course, mentoring the young ones as well. So you can call me coach player now.
Oh, coach player.
Yes.
Okay.
A coach and I'm a player.
Oh, you didn't play? You didn't play both?
Coach player in the game, in my own thing.
Oh.
Broadcasting.
Okay, so let me ask you, what's the best childhood memory you've ever had? Can you think of one?
Yes.
Best. Were you a stubborn
My
child?
childhood was tough.
Were you stubborn?
I mean, not like, yeah, was I stubborn? I had so.
He said I had so. You don't know if you were stubborn.
They told me I was stubborn. But look at it, Tumblr. Not bad.
So, what's the best childhood memory you've had? Can you think of one?
I can't remember.
You cannot remember.
I just remember some. I just remember playing football, running away from my dad when he's coming when I'm playing. When we're playing ball, we hear his horn. We take off. Yeah. I think he's going to the parties those days as young ones because we never really used to go out. My dad was those ones that would lock you up in the house and all that. So anytime we have any birthday party like this, hey, you will see dance.
Can you dance?
Well, I don't know. If dance is just move your body, yes, I can dance. I don't know the latest dances. But I could maybe like dance of 5 years ago.
Can dance now?
Yeah, I can still remember the dances or latest trends.
Okay, so pick up your cue card. I have something in there. You read the one that you want to answer, and then you don't give us the answer. Is there? So just pick one that you can answer. You say, I don't want to pick one. So you really want to pick, read it out.
I should read something.
Read one that you want to answer among the two. That's 2 questions that you have there. So pick the one that you want to answer and then read it out. Yeah.
Tell me like.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me the lie.
Which time? How I wanted to tell you the lie. Now you go tell me the lie now.
Oh, okay, because you said tell me the lie. I said that. I thought you were going to
Tell me a lie.
tell you a lie.
Yes, pick one. You've picked that one.
How about 50 million?
Is that a lie?
Big lie. Fat lie.
Okay, so let's talk about the man of the moment, mighty judge of today. What morning did you wake up and then you decided that you want to enter, like you want your name to be written in the Guinness Book of Records? Like, what was that morning like?
It was in the night.
It was, okay, let's hear it. What was that night like?
I was just something just whispered into my ear.
The voice.
Yeah, why don't you try this thing? Especially as you want to mark a milestone to celebrate your 20 years. Do something extraordinary, do something good. And hey, that's so well. It's the rest is history. I applied, I got approved, and I did it on the dates that I put.
Do you know
Although I sent a message to that, I told them that what if I can move this thing? They said sure, anytime I want to do it.
Okay.
They actually informed me. And I said, let me just tweet that date before I'll just forget about it.
You know, I was thinking about it, you know, when you started, I started like with you, when you started, hello, welcome to the, I was like, my guy started, you know, but I was struggling to sleep, because it can't be like, say, I don't be youth when they're productive for society. If I sleep, I wake up by 3, I say, I'm still the dry breaking and I'm sleeping. My friend wake up like, why am I sleeping? Do you get?
Wow.
You really put me under pressure. Now you they break record and me they under pressure.
Wow.
That kind of lifestyle is not good. But whether did you have
I heard that people were trying to stay away too.
like I'm number one. It's me. I tried my best. Like I would doze off. Like my sister would just tell me, "Madam, rest. I like the best make you do it." Why? Like why are you so invested? I say, well, you know understand. I mean, mighty judge, bright judge. Do you get it? So I was like, do you get it?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So apart from that though, I was just like, I wanted to like see the end of it. And you did not just break at 100 hours, like you went further to 105.
Yeah.
If you see the way I was happy like this, I was just, don't worry, I don't really think that one. But in the process, was there any like regrets, or did you like be like, I beg, who said me these things? Therefore just you talk out.
And you know when you can't sleep.
Yeah.
You want to sleep, your team is telling you can't sleep.
That's serious.
Say 2 minutes to go.
Ha!
You know. And I'm like, what
Who
if?
said?
I'll just forget this thing.
No,
I know we'll die. They say no, you must do it. You know, so yes, those times, and then there's a time that the system had some technical errors. Technical issues in the system. So people really didn't know. I was battling at some point to get the phones working, to get connection with some guests. The mic started having some issues. The mic started making some noise, so I had to hold the wire. And because no one had to come into my live stream, except my guests. I'm not meant to be there when I'm supposed to be there. So
I even saw you changed clothes there.
yeah, I couldn't leave. I head up at the trend as well.
You got trained. Why you not go train?
I couldn't leave the camera because it was not my time to go. But I was feeling very hot, so I wanted to switch.
Okay.
It was so hot, the studio was hot at that time.
Okay, so you just had to
change it, yeah. So yeah, there were times that I felt that I want this thing.
No, listen you. Okay, so now that you've achieved that, how do you feel with yourself?
I feel fulfilled.
That's the word.
There's so much more that comes with it, but I'm happy at the moment.
Yes.
But I know that a lot is expected.
Yeah.
Now it's another level.
Of course.
And yeah, I hope that's why I'm crying that they should give me money. Brands should come and
money.
That's it now. I don't want to say, if I was in Lagos, this, that, but that's different because I usually don't see myself as someone who is in a disadvantaged place. Even if I'm new, I still try to push. There's a strong pressure now for me to go back to Lagos. And some people are saying, the value is too high now. Can comfortably pay you and things like that. But, I'm saying, this is where I got the chance to do this things. So I'm still in contract. I'm still going to work. I'm still going to try to do other crazy stuff that you guys will hear of. I was always telling myself that every year people must remember I said I did this.
Yes, sir.
So last year early last year I won the best presenter in the country. That was also celebrated by my boss.
Nice.
And yeah, no stranger to awards, but because we just want to keep pushing. So I thank God. In all of this, we give thanks to God. I thank Senator Ifeanyi for the bought the idea and said, go ahead and do it.
And he was with you throughout.
Yeah, he was. And I'm happy that he was happy too.
Yeah.
You
don't fall in hand.
I know fall
in hand. You don't even fall your own self. You don't fall my own self.
I'm telling you.
We plenty of.
We do something where governor will come radio station.
Do you get?
First time.
Do you get?
Talk for radio. We open phone lines. People they talk.
Do you get? That was unique. That was beautiful. And but to crown it all, it's the success after it.
Yes, it is.
If you know something, I forgot enter finish and give you. I forgot help you, no worry.
Unfortunately, the record is for a single individual.
I know.
If I would have carried people, there was the time I told my programs manager, Jay Abba, I said, Jay, let's see how you can finish this thing. So this one that they do that. Especially when they told me to take 5 more hours. I was like, my mind. At the second day, my body was already gone. You know, second, third day. So it was just my mind that was.
You tried.
That was pushing on.
I mean, you spoke for 4 days. You tried. Like, it's like you don't understand. Like, you now you been the drown and me been the suffer. Like, I was like, how? Like, how is it doing it? How? You really did well. And after that, you are still talking. You know the rest.
I'm going back. I'm going back I haven't been on the air.
Are you serious?
It's just 2 weeks ago, but I think I'm missing radio and radio is missing me. And the station is missing me as well. So it's time to go back because going back to the things I want to do. I want to follow up from where we stopped. Some people who are here were saying, no, let it continue. In fact, let them do another one. Because we enjoy the kind of attention we got from the world.
Of course.
That even other radio stations have to come.
That's serious.
Yes, of course, the GM of Mix FM, the GM of XL FM, the DG of AKBC,
That's serious.
Inspiration FM, they all came to go and say,
they had to.
Wow.
They had to.
This one want to carry attention. Come for them. Maybe we say follow come.
Abi.
Say now do well.
Abi.
I don't arrest everybody.
That was
I'm sure even as you're excited that I'm sure they're also relieved that this was also over, so that people would go back to their normal lives and listen to their normal stations again. We all know what that period brought to Comfort FM. Brought a whole lot. Brought listenership. It increased our numbers, of course, on social media, and it topped up my numbers as well.
As it should.
So we were just looking for that to metamorphose into, let's have the brands coming. What are we looking for? It's to make this name and also to survive and grow this economy.
Of course.
And make sure that the radio business keeps moving.
So what's the love language?
So now this common question to ask me.
I'm still waiting for you to answer.
Yeah, maybe food. Or
I'm just tired of him. It's food.
Just phone calls, checking up on what's knowing. In fact, if you love sports.
Oh, you don't go with that.
If you love sports like this.
That's your love language.
That one
Which is your club?
And just one of them is white. One of them is support 2 clubs.
Real Madrid and Chelsea.
Maybe.
Yeah. You know what? Let me just leave it there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go into 2 minutes with you. Let's brainstorm yes or no before we end our show. So, name 10 things we can find in the studio. You just have 5 seconds. 5.
Mic, speaker,
4, 3,
fader,
2,
clock,
1.
monitor.
You don't finish.
Door.
You did not finish. How many did you measure?
I mentioned 7.
7.
Because you can't do that in 10 seconds.
You can. Everything is possible
Mic,
with you.
fader, monitor, clock, door.
Your 5 seconds don't pass. I go collect your car key if you you go trek home. Okay, one more other one. If we were going to break a record together, what would it be? Me and you.
This guy, they see this kind of question.
Yes, sir. I don't see. What will it be? Tell us.
What will it be?
Yes.
We'll talk more.
We'll talk.
How many hours?
Me? And the thing be that I go leave you go sleep.
So maybe the record should be hours.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We'll go for that. Yes.
You like sleep?
Now we go carry on. Did I say you go first wake before?
Okay, longest time spent watching somebody sleep.
Okay, you watch me sleep. Yeah. Okay, is that one that you can do?
I can just sit down and watch you then sleep.
Then why I sleep?
And then we can exchange our sleep.
Okay, then after I now come and watch you.
You can do that for like 1 week.
1 week.
Yes, so the record will be longest time spent watching each other sleep. Like 2 people. You can add it.
The judges.
Who's
The judges. Now my papa and my carry give you now. You're on that judge. Then bride's judge. So
Okay, your father's name is George.
yes, now George.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying whether now authentic who give you George. Okay, so
Now my name. I born with them. So we carry it now attached to
very
you.
fortunate.
Aye.
To be bearing that kind of money.
Come on! I was saying it anyway that BS Judge is a star already, and you've just proven that. Okay, so one more. Who is that character that you think can play you in a movie? Who would play you in a movie?
Which character, like which actor?
Yes, who would play you in a movie
Like which
about your
popular
life?
actor?
Let's go with Hollywood and Hollywood.
Hollywood. I think it should be Idris Elba.
Oh, okay.
Fine actor, I'm sure he can play anyone. Nollywood. This one is quite because the guy is a controversial guy.
Who is that?
And there are sometimes they say I look like maybe when someone beats me when I'm okay. When I hold money I can resemble him.
Okay, now you don't resemble him.
If I hold money I can resemble him.
Now you resemble him.
Some double dreams like that.
What do you mean?
You look good.
Is it true? You look like you.
Yes, I'm telling you.
I'm like viewers, does it look me? I'm not seeing the resemblance.
Before. That's what I'm telling you now. I say when I owe money, you will see.
Okay, okay, now you know how the money.
Now money did many things.
Yeah.
I remember once I was I think I traveled to one country, Egypt.
Okay.
So the hotel I went to stay, they were Nigerians there. And when I went in, they came to snap. That was in 2019.
And they were thinking you were you.
I didn't know before. I thought, so you didn't know.
You were just
So they know
enjoying.
Mighty George here. So they think
Yes, somebody.
somebody else.
Yeah.
And then until one of them say, that's your last movie, eh? And I said, okay. I just had to act play along.
Of course.
I disappeared. Before the guy looked at me again and said, I feel like know be you with that guy.
You know, already go.
So it's fun. So y'all and maybe Elba.
Okay, alright, that's fair. Okay, guys, so we have come to the end of the show. But before we go, Mighty Judge, what do you have to tell your people, your fans, your loved ones? You know, you're a mentor now. So many persons are looking up to you, like me. I'm a mentor. Looking up to you.
Wow.
So let's hear what you have for us.
I haven't paid your
Now here a problem go come. See, people will arrest him after now. He likes money too much.
Support your man.
They will arrest him.
Support your less privileged man.
Who be like? No.
Alright, my people, it's thank you for having me. Right. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope it inspires you. Even if you want to go for a world record, you're free to do so. But just ensure you have a reason you're doing it, not just to be in the books. Have something that you're celebrating it with. Learn also from it. I have learned a lot of things. Determination, perseverance, tolerance. There are people on my set, in my crew, that I just wanted to fight, but you just know that if you do anything to disrupt this thing that you're doing like this, so you fight with people, you settle. At the end of the day, it will teach you how to, co-workership skills, and actually, God, because I told God that please, let me just finish this. Let me finish this. I know I've not been such a good boy, but it taught me communication with God. If you believe in God, talk to God. And the sky is just the beginning for you. Wherever you find yourself, whether you are in Abak, if you're in Ilorin, in Lagos, anywhere you are, you can do it. I know sometimes they say, environment matters, but it's a global village. Environment really doesn't that count in the scheme of things. You put 100%. Yes, there's environment that is there, but it's not the highest that can make someone succeed. You can succeed from anywhere you are in the globe. So, one love, God bless, and what rush.
Okay, guys, so we have come to the end of the show. Of course, you all know me to be your host, B. But before I go, shout out to Desk Council Resort for giving me this beautiful space to use. And if you're in you have not visited this place, I don't know what to do to you. I mean, I feel carry cake on the wipe you because after you work during the weekend is so fun, right? So you just come out to have fun. They have good food here, like my guests love food. I mean,
Where's my food?
Okay, so please come out and have fun at Desk Council Resort. I will see you when next I see you. Have a nice time. Bye.